Hello, good afternoon, and welcome back. This is Linda's Stamping Escape, and we are having a pop up party. As I stated earlier, Stampin' Up has so many promotions going on right now, and today we have free shipping on all orders over $75. So, it would be fun to get together and have a little stamp session. So this afternoon, I'm going to be highlighting one of our latest online exclusives. These are stamp sets and bundles that cannot be found in the catalog, but are available for purchase. And today's is the Playful Ghost. So I promised last week during my live on Tuesday night that I would do Halloween. So here we go. We got a fun little Halloween set, and I am going to pair it with something you guys have seen quite a bit of, the Thoughtful Journey Designer Series paper. I love that paper, so I couldn't resist. Hi, Joan. Joan is from Washington State. And Sharon says hello from Sharon and Karen. Hello, ladies. Hello, everyone. Thanks for popping in and saying hi. If you are watching the replay, just comment in the comment section below that you're watching the replay. And if you're catching me on YouTube, thank you. And I appreciate a like, thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel. So it's time to join me in this ghost hunting investigation. Let's figure out some of the fun things that we can do with this stamp set. So these are all little ghosts, and they just dress like Dracula popping out of a pumpkin and flying through the sky. And this is the one that I am going to be using. So excited for that little guy. So, and then I got all my little pumpkins out here. Just saw that they are bringing that stuff out in the store. It's not even August yet. So I'm going to have to move these aside, maybe eat some of them. I only eat pumpkin mallow creams. I don't know why. Oh, and maybe candy corn once in a while. So how about you guys? Do you guys like those pumpkins or the candy corn? So, oh, and I just had to show you my cute little pen. I have a friend that makes these little pens, and I thought I would just bring it out because it has a ghost. I actually had her make me one for each one of my retreat attendees this spring it was. So I wrote a cute little poem and had a special pen with the angel on top that was packed in with their Saturday night pillow gift. So Sharon says, not really. She does not like mallow. That's okay. Not everybody likes those. Joan said she would like to buy this just for the Dracula. I know he's so cute, but I'm saving him for another day, although he would have looked cute on my card here as well. So let's put our playful ghosts off to the side for now, and let's bring in our card stuff. So there's my base. We have an 8.5 by 5.5, and we are going to fold it and burnish it here at 4.25. So that's my card base. A piece of white will go in, and I will probably stamp it. Then I have a piece of, oh my gosh, how can I forget this? This is one of my favorite colors. Oh, ladies, help me. Help, help. Oh gosh. And why the heck Eggplant Envy popped into my head? That is so totally gone. Yep. So Karen, if you're listening and you can pop in, you know all those colors. And then here is, this is 4 by 5 1/4. I'm sorry, Blackberry Bliss. Thank you, Joan. Woohoo! Blackberry Bliss is that color. And then here's our Thoughtful Journey. This is 4 by 5 1/4. And this is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. So it's just slightly smaller because I don't like a lot of it showing, but I wanted some to pop out. So if you need to punch out anything, you can punch it out of here, save yourself some paper, but I didn't do that today. So I'm going to put my base off to the side because I am not ready to put that on yet. We're just going to put that on here. Isn't this paper gorgeous? Ooh, I love it. There we go. We're just going to put this here. And then some of you watched my video on the Frosted Forest dies. So I have some of them here. I cut out a little piece. So we're talking fall, right? We're going to put those right over here. So I need a little bit of, ooh, black on black. That should be interesting. Little bit of glue on these to kind of hold them down. And you'll notice I'm doing it on the front of my card base because it's okay if that gets sticky because it's going to be put down anyways. Okay, I think we're good there. I wanted to catch some of them little leaves, or should I say branches. Now this can set off to the side and we can let that dry, and we are going to put our trees right about here. There we go. If you want to set them down, you can just push like that. Use your block, give it a nice even pressure, and then we are going to cut this off. There we go. So now we're done with that, and it is time to stamp our image. So I'm using Memento ink. Lisa said that paper is great for this card, isn't it? Oh gosh, I just love this little flying ghost. So you guys probably know where I'm going with this card anyway, right? But I just saw that paper sitting down on my desk downstairs, and I'm like, wow, that looks like a really nice Halloween skyline. So like that, the idea was born. Okay, so we're going to get into the Stampin' Blends again. And I'm going to start out with the dark Highland Heather. You'll see a little bit of that color in here, and probably just because it's washed out. The Gorgeous Grape just didn't look right because it's more in the family of the Blackberry Bliss. Hi, Deborah. So we are going to color. And for plain colors, I'm not really going to layer this with any other color. I'm just going to use this one color. But you'll notice if you keep going over and over the image, it'll get darker and darker and darker. So I'm going to leave a light spot there because that's going to help me create my highlights and lowlights. See where that scoops down? We're going to get that darker around his neck. If a ghost has a neck, I don't know. What do you think? I am not sure if they do or not. So, and you can always keep adding color to make it darker. One thing about this is it's easiest to work while it's wet. So the more you color, the wetter it gets, and you'll notice on the back. And that's the real trick of the blending. The wetter it is, the easier it is to blend. So if you're working with several different colors, now you'll notice how light this little piece is over here. We kind of want him to match the rest of this. So we're just going to go in there and dab a little more, paint his little patch up here with our purple, and we will definitely have to go over that again. Now, I have been looking for 2 days for my black marker, and guess who cannot find it? You got it. That'd be me. It's crazy. So I'm using a Sharpie here, and I really don't like it because the tip is not really conducive for coloring. And if you were going to put this in a scrapbook, I would say, no, don't use a Sharpie in your scrapbook. You want archival inks, and this is not one of them. So be a little careful when you're scrapbooking and coloring. Make sure you have the right colors that you need. Okay, now we're going to go in here with some pumpkin pie. And I'm using the dark. And I'm just going to pop that in between my black there. Not a lot of fancy coloring on this one. Just a little basic coloring. But again, even with the basic coloring, there is tips on how you can get that lighter and darker. Now down here, I'm going to do another layer to make that darker, but at the top where that light would be hitting it, then you want that lighter. So focus on a light source. So if it's coming this way, then you want to make sure where your spots of lightness are. But then again, you don't have to get that picky because everybody's going to think you're an artist anyways. All right, we are going to paint his little tongue pink. I was tempting to do little cheeks, but I changed my mind. I don't think I'm going there. All right, put our little orange in our broom, and then I'm using the naturals. And mine are numbered because I bought the whole set of 10 when they first came out. And I just love these because you can have, now we can have blondes and brunettes and everybody in between. And this is the crumb cake. So you'll notice I like coloring with the bullet point. I think the bullet point blends a little nicer. The brush is nice if you're putting on a larger layer of a solid color. Does that make sense? Okay, I'm going to leave this open because I'm going to blend that a bit, and we're going to pull a little bit of this is the S3 or the 300 it's called. I don't know if it's called that anymore. I'm going to pull this up into my broomstick because I want my broomstick a little bit darker than the little bristles. So, and then we're just going to pull a little bit more of this over there, and we are done. So that is our little ghost. That is how quick we can color him. And then we are going to fussy cut this all out. There are not dies with that. So here is my little ghost, all fussy cut, but he looks a little lonely up there in the sky, doesn't he? So let's take Daffodil Delight, and you'll notice if my punch says OLE, that means online exclusive. So the 1 3/4 punch is not in the catalog, but it is still available on the online exclusive. So you can get that there. So we're just going to punch out a pretty moon. And this is going to go up here. I didn't want to cover this up because that looked like clouds to me. So I thought that was really pretty. And I didn't want this to just sit just the way it is. So where did I put that? Oh, please don't tell me I have to run in the basement. No, I don't. Here it is. Okay. Blackberry Bliss, Lynn. Blackberry Bliss. There it is. So we're going to take a little bit of that Blackberry Bliss, like you see right up in here, and we're going to lightly dab that into our ink pad. And then I just want to see how that looks. That's all I want, just a touch. And I'm going to close this up so I don't stick my arm in it. You know how that goes? And I'm going to take this and I'm going to work my dauber right along that line so it looks as if it is coming across that moon. I'm not going all the way across because here we have blue. If this would have been down here, I might have done it different. But I just want a little bit so it looks like it's in with our sky. What do you think? Cool, huh? All right. And what's a Halloween card without bats? Right? So we're going to get our little bats out here. And we're just going to tip him sideways and stamp him. Okay. And you will notice that I do trim my edges off. And I also trim off the backing of the sticky part. And I do that so when I pull this off, I have a little piece that's not attached and it comes really easy. I should make a little video one of these days to show you exactly how I do that. Okay. Set that there. Let's get our moon on. I don't want to pop it up because I want it to be part of that piece there. And besides, we're going to pop this little guy up because he's going to be flying overhead. And then I need, look at, we still have scraps from this morning, so we can use those. Grab my stamp set. I don't even think I have these all colored in here. So we're going to grab Happy Halloween. Oh, cross your fingers, because this one's not trimmed or anything yet. I'll just make note that the Happy Halloween is closer to the top and that bottom is quite empty there. All sorts of little tricks, right? Okay, so let's ink this up. Hold that down. Yes. Perfect. Now we're going to stick this little guy down here. Oh, look at it. I can put that right under there. All right, so I'm going to trim this off again a little bit like we did before. You guys know that's my favorite trim. It's just so fun and easy. Not popping that up either because I am actually going to stick part of this underneath. There we go. Make it all part of that card. Cute. Now let's pop this guy up. We have some of our little dimensionals left over from our paper pumpkin. I always save those. Who wouldn't, right? Just love these little guys. This is the most cost-effective embellishment you can buy. All right, there is our little ghost. All right, Picky this way, he'll work better. Need one of those pick and backs so it actually sucks up those little pieces as you pick them off. All right, let's get our little ghost up here. We'll catch his little tail right over that moon. Now he's right in those clouds. How cute is that? Oh my gosh. Too adorable. There we go. Let's get our front done. Here we go. And then our card will be done. But I am not done yet because I got just a little quick thing. I have as some of you know, many, many grandchildren and greats. So I like to make special little trick or treat stuff for them. They love coming to G's house because guess what? I have no trick or treaters up here. I'm hoping now that I see more kids outside that they will come. But the last house I lived at, oh my gosh, you guys, I would buy $200 worth of trick or treat candy. I would have big bowls full and I would still run out. And I moved here and I had big bowls full of candy and I got the 2 neighbor kids. That was it. We don't have many trick or treaters. So here is our cute little card. Isn't he adorable? Oh my gosh. I when I saw the paper and when I was sat down to play with this stamp set, it was sitting right across from me. It was like kismet. So, anyways, back to my grandkids. So I like to get them a special little treat. So here we are. And I took the pumpkin and I already colored him, but I told Karen that I would show her a little more coloring. And again, the trick is to get it wet. Make sure it's nice and wet. Here is where, and you'll notice that I'm not going to color the full pumpkin. I'm just going to color sections because that will keep it wet longer because it is alcohol and it will dry quite quickly. So the more saturated it is, the better. I'm going to come in with the fine point on this one. And I'm going to go right down Stampin' Up's lines. And then because it's on the bottom, I'm going to color a little more down here. Now I'm going to flip this back and I'm going to start blending. You'll notice I like to blend with the bullet tip. I think it's easier, saves your brush tip, and just blend. And again, you can go over and over and it will get darker and darker. And now if you want this a little darker, add some more. Come up here a little bit. Remember, your light source will probably be from the top. So you want most of your dark color on the bottom. So see how that works? And this is going to dry a little bit lighter, but it's so much fun coloring with these. And it really is just practice. Karen thinks it's great too. Good. All right. So Fussy cut that out. I didn't want to spend the whole time doing that. So we're going to take this, set that aside. These are all punched out from the what we used this morning. So those dies. So wanted to keep it together so that you guys didn't think, oh, she's making us purchase 10 million things. Nope, I don't want to do that. I just want to show you several different ways on how you can use those dies. So the dies we used this morning are the ones that I used to cut out the hexagon and the dies that I have all sitting here, little die cuts. So I can make tags and I can make special little candy covers. That's what I'm doing on this one. So some of you may remember the crocodile. Some of us called it the cropinator. And Eileen always corrected us. That is not what it's called. And she's right. It wasn't. And I'll tell you, you can get in the habit of calling things what they're not supposed to be. And then guess what? Yep. When you want to tell your customers what it is, you can't remember. Oh, I knew that had a special name, but I think I'm coming in this way. All right. This is that pretty blue. It's navy blue and gold glitter. I'm waiting for some fancy Halloween glitter. Ribbon, I'm hoping. My fingers are crossed. Alrighty. There we go. And I need this big enough because guess what's coming in here? That's right, my candy bar. So I can pull this tight. Oh no, make sure you leave some space here because I didn't, and look what I just did. I pulled that right through. I'm going to have to fix that somehow. Not sure how, but we'll figure it out. We'll punch another little hole and then carry on. Maybe our greeting will go over that. How's that? Our little Halloween wishes. We don't make mistakes in stamping. We just look for ways to improve or embellish. There we go. Let's get this one through. You would think I would have this down pat, but it's been almost a year since I made a bunch of these. Okay. Pull this way. And if you wanted to, you could use your adhesive to kind of hold your work piece down. So let's put a little, there we go. And then we don't have to struggle with that. And this is actually going to get pulled down this way. But I'm going to change this up a little. There we go. So let's get, here he is, our little guy on here. Should we double this? Nope, I don't like that. I'm going to bring this down. And hopefully we're going to cover up that hole a little bit with a bow. I'm going to get fancy now because I'm going to stick this under here because I really want to hide that little extra hole. There we go. Now we're going to get a little bit bigger of a bow. Let's do this one. Slide this down a little bit. I got one really short side and one really long one. Okay, take my scissors. I'm going to push this through so I don't have to struggle. There we go. Pull. Oh, yeah. Much better. Now let's pull this, make it just a hair smaller. There. Trim this. We'll save that for another day. Cute. Now we can put our little pumpkin guy on here. Once you get the hang of it, it's going to be pretty easy. So I'm putting one on top and one on two on the bottom because he's a little bigger here. Or you could use your larger dimensionals. That work too. Okay, let's pop him right over that ribbon. Now we still got that sparkle. We'll move all these other little guys. Karen says you are really on the ball. I try to go back and look at everybody's comments. It helps me. The more I know about what you guys really want to see, that helps me. And sometimes you guys ask questions that someone else might be afraid to ask, right? So we're going to put our little boo over here. I really didn't know I was going to make this guy today, but yesterday I was out and about and bought some candy bars, so I decided that, yeah, let's do a candy bar too. Okay, nice and juicy. We're going to pop this right here. Ooh. I like that one. It's nice and bold. And then just a little adhesive back here. And boo. I think it needs embellishments. I think it would be really cute. So I'm going to have to find some of those. I told you guys I got all my stuff down in the... Oh, did I find the ones from my paper pumpkin this morning? Maybe I could steal them from there. Nope, of course not. That would be too easy. So I think a few little embellishments on here to really perk that up. And you could probably do the same with your little Halloween. I don't know. I've got the gray ones up here, but they're not really dark enough. So we'll see if we can find some fun colored stuff. And then I'll post those on the page later. But that's what we got. Thank you for going on this ghost investigation with me. A paranormal investigation. And I like this kind because we got happy ghosts. So Playful Ghost is our stamp set. It is an online exclusive. I thank you all for joining me today. And here's to those of you who like those little pumpkins. Otherwise, my grandkids eat all that stuff. So you have a wonderful afternoon. I will be back at 6:30 with a sneak peek into the upcoming holiday mini. And if you have ordered with me this past year, your name is already on the list to get your catalog sent right to your home. I have to have that done and placed before the 31st of July, or I totally miss out. So if you haven't ordered yet, then today would be a good day because we have free shipping until midnight on orders of $75 or more. I just want to make that clear. So thank you all for joining me, and I'll catch you later. I'll have more games and stuff for you to look at throughout the day. Good afternoon.